Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to welcome you all to the City of Sioux Falls City Council along with the Minnehaha County Commission joint meeting. Today is Monday, October 18th at 5 p.m. I'd like to welcome the Minnehaha County Commission, of course, to these City Council chambers here in Sioux Falls. It's great to see you folks again. If we can, let's start with a roll call with the City of Sioux Falls City Council.
Council members Aguilar.
Here.
Anderson. Brown.
Here.
Entman.
Here.
Erpenbach.
Here.
Jameson.
Here.
Litz.
Here.
Rolfing.
Here.
And the record will reflect that all of the members of the Minnehaha County Commission are present.
Thank you very much. If we could start today's meeting with a pledge of allegiance, we would appreciate it. If you could all stand, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all. If I could have a motion to approve today's regular agenda, I would appreciate it.
So move, Litz.
Second, Aguilar.
There's been a motion by Councilor Litz, seconded by Councilor Aguilar, to approve today's regular agenda of this joint meeting of the Sioux Falls City Council and the Minnehaha County Commission. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, if we could have a roll call vote of the City Council, please.
Council members Aguilar.
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
Entman.
Yes.
Erpenbach.
Yes.
Jameson.
Yes.
Litz.
Yes.
Rolfing.
Yes.
That is passed 7-0. Minnehaha County?
Yes, and I would entertain a similar motion from the county as to approval of agenda.
So moved.
A second. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion passes. We're very efficient.
Thank you, Chairperson Hayek. That's a great job. We do have an item on today's agenda. And again, I'd like to thank the Minnehaha County folks for coming here for this one item. And if we could read that, please.
Item 1 is a resolution advising and giving consent to the appointment of members to the Homeless Advisory Board.
Is there any discussion on this item, or would somebody like to explain? Please, if you could just state your name, we'd appreciate it.
The red button is on. Can you hear me? All right. My name is Wendy Gievink. I'm a member of the Homeless Advisory Board. I'm representing the Homeless Advisory Board today. I'd like to start by affirming our commitment, as defined by our mission statement, to identifying the causes of homelessness and finding solutions that fit the Sioux Falls community, which allow for the best use of existing public and private resources and provide strategies which encourage the homeless to return to a status of residency. We have been working hard toward that goal by promoting the Safe Home Project for chronically homeless individuals, as well as seeking solutions for families and youth. Our most pressing need this fall is developing a workable plan for those on the streets this winter in order to keep them safe in freezing temperatures. We remain deeply committed to helping families and youth access safe, decent, and truly affordable housing in our community. We'd like to thank Mike Cooper, Judy Buseman, Commissioner Carol Tweet, and Hugh Grogan for their dedicated service to those experiencing homelessness in our community and their commitment to the Homeless Advisory Board. Their accomplishments are to be commended, and we appreciate their faithfulness. Carrie DeGraff and I will be reappointed and continuing our service, and along with the rest of the board, we'd like to welcome the new members of the Homeless Advisory Board, Jill Franken, Darren Smith, Commissioner Jeff Barth, and Carol Muller, and I believe they're all in attendance today. In 1948, the United Nations declared safe housing a basic human right, and today we affirm the idea that housing is a human rights issue. Much work remains to be done in our mission to end homelessness in Sioux Falls, and we look forward to the opportunities that lie ahead as we engage the entire community in this effort to provide housing for all of our citizens. Thank you very much.
If you wouldn't mind just staying there, just would anybody from the Minnehaha County Commission or the Sioux Falls City Council like to address our speaker today? Yes, Commissioner. Hi.
I'll just say one thing, and Wendy, thank you. Your leadership is so strong, not only on the Homeless Advisory Board, but throughout the community in your position with the school district. We really owe you a huge debt of gratitude. The Homeless Advisory Board, during the 4 years that I sat on that board, followed the blueprint, which was the mayor's blueprint for ending homelessness in 10 years. We're 4 years into that, or over 4 years, and we haven't really made huge strides yet, but we're really working on it. Nationwide, the strategy has always been to work on the most expensive population first. The idea there, and that's the chronic homeless, and our pilot program shows that does work. You save money and you save lives. But what it does do then, it allows, it frees up money, it frees up resources so that as the community moves forward, you can work with those families that Wendy sees each and every day in the school district. So the idea is you spend less money, you save lives, and then you have resources to get to the next tier. That's been the goal of the Homeless Advisory Board, and that's the path we're on. I love serving on that board. It's done great things in this community, Mayor.
Commissioner, or Councilman Brown?
Yes, Councilor Brown.
Just a couple of questions, Wendy, for you. And I know you'll probably know these numbers off the top of your head. This school year, how many homeless children have you seen?
I forgot to take a count as I left the office today. As of Friday, I believe it was 488, but I know there were a number of children whose names crossed my desk today, so we're getting close to 500.
And remind the council and the commission, please, how you count those. That's occurrences, right?
Each student is counted one time per school year, so it's an unduplicated count. And I count children from birth through high school because our school district serves children of all those ages. We count children who are doubled up out of economic necessity, children in motels, children in shelters of all types, domestic violence, runaway, and emergency shelters, children who are unsheltered, living in cars, parks, abandoned buildings, and also children in substandard housing.
And then the other number I'd like you to share is the current percentage of students in the Sioux Falls School District on free and reduced meals.
We are getting very close to, depending on whether you count the whole district, the elementary students, or the middle school or high school, we're getting very close to 50%. It's like 42, 46, and 48, I think.
And I distinctly remember when Carol Tweet and I spoke to a service club 4 years ago and told them it was a third, and that crowd didn't believe us.
Yeah, and we're getting close to half, especially in the elementary schools. And that is something that, especially when you look at the schools whose the greatest jump has been in the free lunch, that it's extreme poverty that we're seeing the jump in. So, but every school has been affected, even schools that we typically do not think of as having high degrees of poverty.
Wendy, thank you for your work. And I also publicly want to thank the Minnehaha County Commission for your courageous step forward on Project Safe Home. Thank you.
Yes, Commissioner Keller.
Could you tell us what you use for a definition of homeless?
Right. I just kind of went through those characteristics or those categories that are, we use the federal Department of Education definition through the McKinney-Vento Homeless Assistance Act, and that allows us to count families that are doubled up out of economic necessity, families in any type of shelter situations, emergency, domestic violence, children in runaway shelters, families in hotels or motels, in transitional housing programs, and unsheltered children as well, and children in substandard housing. We're also allowed to count children who are awaiting foster care placement but are in an emergency placement.
Mayor, if I may?
Yes, please. Chairperson Hyde.
Well, thank you. Maybe a little borderline on whether the Homeless Advisory Board, as Commissioner Tweet said, began with Mayor Munson, and it was really a dual effort between the city and the county. And at one point in time, there was a plan for the city and the county to share equally in a housing situation. And of course, with funding and issues, that did not come to fruition. However, the county kept kept ahead with that and met in the same area, and we are doing our safe home. We are looking at some real serious needs for the furnishing of the units, where as we move ahead, and we do need that partner with the city. And so we looked at whether or not the Homeless Advisory Board, whether we continue in that partnership with the city-county, because we do need the financial commitment, and I know that's something that they're going to be looking at very closely. So, putting everybody on notice that it's a very serious concern and a need. And as we've worked together with the city, we will look at how the county generally will take care of issues outside of the City of Sioux Falls radius, outside, like for the fire, different areas of law enforcement, and the city takes care of it within. And we've got the entire county for the needy and the homeless, and it really is a reflection of the community. So I know it's going to be a serious challenge for you as mayor and for the other members of the Homeless Advisory Board, but it is a discussion that we are having. Where do we go from here? And so I'm putting everybody on notice that we have needs, very serious needs, and they need to be looked at in terms of even if community church groups could do some of the furnishings for these units. But that is one issue that we need to look at.
And Chairperson Hayek, to respond to that, I did allude to that earlier, that we are looking forward to engaging the entire community in this effort, and we do have some things that are very pressing, and one of them, as I said, is it's getting cold, and we've been very fortunate so far this month that we haven't had extreme cold weather, but that's coming, and we do have citizens that we need to be looking out for as the cold weather approaches, so that's another issue that we're looking at as well. Lest anyone think we're forgetting about families and children, that is absolutely not the case. Children and youth are our highest priority, but we do have other individuals to think about as well, as Carol said.
Yes, Commissioner Peckus.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I guess I'll try to turn on the microphone. You indicated that close to half of the children in the Sioux Falls School District currently are on subsidized meals. I guess the question I have, and I have some friends that work in the school district, one of them just happened last year to go into school during the Christmas holiday. She went in, opened the door, and 3 kids ran up because they were opening the door so they could get some food. What is the school district going to do during the 2 weeks off between Christmas holidays to arrange for some kind of stopgap solution so these kids don't fall through the cracks?
Right.
Wendy,
Well, the
Wendy,
backpack.
before you speak, could you
Sure.
just take your microphones, put them directly down, right? And
Thank
there
you.
you go.
Is that
Thank you.
better?
Thank you.
Okay. Obviously, I'm not a pro. The backpack program through Feeding South Dakota has really helped us address that need in the last several years. We have a partnership with Feeding South Dakota, formerly Food Banks of South Dakota, to provide supplemental nutrition for children. They provide it, and we offer a way to get that to the children. And so every week, a number, well, it's like 2,800, I think, children are receiving backpacks or bags of food to take home for the weekend. On the Christmas break, and also for even Thanksgiving break, the longer breaks like that, they're providing a little bit extra for those children. So it's almost, and there may even be a possibility of them coming into the schools to receive those backpacks during that break. And all of us, of course, are aware that those are snack foods, healthy, nutritious snacks, but they're not meant to actually supplement nutrition. So I would submit that hunger is still a problem. Those vacations and breaks from school, this is a stopgap measure, but it's certainly not going to alleviate hunger for children. So hunger is certainly a problem in our community for families.
Mr. Mayor, can I ask another
Yeah,
question?
please.
I just want to point out to the council and to the commission that really our frontline service centers, when we have children that need sustenance, are going to be the local schools. It's not going to be City Hall. It's not going to be the county administration building. It's going to be the schools they always go to. So whatever helping hand we can give, we should realize that it's going to be our local schools that are going to be the service stations.
And we do have breakfast programs in almost all of our schools now. Even our high schools have been starting to offer breakfast programs for those children that aren't eating at home. So.
Wendy, thank you very much for your passion and your stewardship. We appreciate it. Would it be possible to get a motion from either the county commissioners or the city council in regards to the resolution as was expressed?
So move on the city side.
So moved on the county side.
We'll let them vote, but thank you.
Thank you. There's been a motion by Councilor Brown, seconded by Councilor Entman, to approve the...
Mr. Mayor, I think we need a second from the city.
Entman did.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry, I
No.
missed that.
You got that.
I thought you were taking parts.
That's a good job.
Thank you.
Thank you, though, Councilor Brown. He's teaching me a lot on his journey, and he's very good. Councilor Brown has made a motion to approve. It was seconded by Councilor Entman. In regards to the resolution, City Council, is there any further discussion? Hearing none, if I could have a roll call vote, please.
Council members Aguilar?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Entman?
Yes.
Erpenbach? Yes. Jamison?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Rolfing?
Yes.
That is passed 7-0. Thank you, City Council.
And there was a motion by Commissioner Barth to approve for the county. Is there a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes for the county.
Thank you. Are there any other, yes?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. It occurs to me as we're sitting here with this body that there's one person that probably the next time we meet is not going to be here. And I think I could probably speak on behalf of the entire City Council and thanking Carol Tweet for her 20 years of service. Carol, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
You'll be here. You'll be here at the next meeting. You're going to be here at the next two meetings.
Commissioner Hayek is leaving too, so we will be waltzing off together.
But I don't have 20 years in the county. But we'll be here for a while.
Very good. Very good. I'd look forward to that. I thought maybe after the election that was it. But
Any more thanking or any other comments?
No.
Chairperson?
I would just mention that for the terms for the county commissioners, we do serve through December 31st, and the auditor, though, as you well know, Councilmember Litz does not take office until the first part of March, so who is elected for the auditor has that little lag time. So you'll have us for 2 more months, and then you get to enjoy.
Well, that's terrific, and I mean from the bottom of my heart that I'm hoping we do have a controversy when this council has to appoint somebody new.
Enough. Well, thank you. Could I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved. Second.
It's been a motion by Councilor Entman, seconded by Councilor Jamison to adjourn today's joint meeting of the Minnehaha County Commission and the Sioux Falls City Council. Hearing no further discussion, can I have a roll call vote, please?
Council members Aguilar?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Entman?
Yes.
Erpenbach? Yes. Jamison?
Yes.
Litz?
Yes.
Rolfing?
Yes.
That is passed 7-0.
We have a motion and a second on the county for the discussion. If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you.
This motion is being